One of the things I've noticed about using triggers is that it may not work exactly the way I want it to. All right, so triggers, what are they? So I have a door open, backdoor contact open, and then I also have a backdoor close, backdoor contact close as the trigger. I add these as trigger IDs. You can make these whatever you want actually, but I'm going to keep it like that. Okay. And so you got backdoor opens, backdoor closes. This is just a title because down here, the trigger, if if the backdoor does get closed, or if the backdoor is open, depending on what you set for your trigger ID, it will be triggered by the trigger. And of course, I set sunrise to sunset and sunset to sunrise. Okay. And these particular items happen when there is a trigger. Now, what I've noticed, sometimes if it's just me going out the door, I will open the door and close it right away. If this particular automation is already fired under open, when I close the door, if this particular automation is not complete, this won't happen. So keep that in mind. So what you may want to do is have one for open and another one for close. Now, and so what I'm going to do is separate those. And so I'm going to click up here because I've already created this. But just to kind of go over it just a little bit. So this is what happens. Backdoor opens, and what it should do between sunrise and sunset is to send a notify to all my mobile devices that are registered in here to put a notification saying that the back door's just been opened. And this is the title. This down here will do a text to speech. And the text to speech, it will literally say back door opens. In fact, I'm going to force trigger this particular item. Back door opens. That's my phone talking. And it does that on my wife's phone down here, Serenity, and it does on my phone as well. Now, I have a message that with using a message app, I'm going to put a link to how to do Fire TV in Android TV where you can add notifications. So when you're watching TV, let's say you have a home theater and you got yourself locked in, you're watching Star Wars, it's very loud, lots of bass, lots of action. You want to know when that front door and back door is open. A little message appears in the bottom right that says back door just open, back door opens, based on what you put in here. Really cool. I'll put the link in the description of how to set that up. And you can put whatever message you want on your Fire TV, Android TV. And I do believe there are other add ons where in integrations where you can add messaging on any TV. Roku, probably. I don't know because I don't have Roku TV. All I have is an Android TV, and connected to the Android TV, I have a Fire TV. Okay. Now, um, persistent notification puts the message in here as well. So this is my little log. So when I go out and I come back home, I do look in here and if I see where it says backdoor open 6 hours ago and I see backdoor closed or backdoor open 15 minutes ago, then I know that was just me. 6 hours ago, I left, and maybe 15 minutes ago, I came back home. Plus, when I'm out and about, I can look at my phone and clear the notifications. And if I see another entry of a front door opening or garage door opening, back door opening, I can kind of tell what's happening and try to figure out what's going on. Maybe open up my security cam to make sure that there's no one in the house. Um, Also, I have a notification that shows up here. Backdoor just opened using the Hass.Agent Notifier. And this literally sends a message to my computer. And on my computer, I can see it here. What's good about this is, if I work from home and I may have a separate work computer, I can't load up all the plugins, um, anything home, anything third party outside what the company wants to have on that computer. But I do have my home computer sitting right next to it. So if I notice a little notifier, in fact, let me show you what that looks like. And there it is. Hass.Agent backdoor just open. And that pops up on my computer. Okay. And so I have two of these. Let me collapse all these so you can see everything. All right. Gonna minimize everything. I wish there was one thing I would suggest, a collapse all and expand all under options. Also, that great copy and paste, it does work, but I wish there was, well, I guess you can always use move, but when I copy something, let me see. Actually, I never tried that before. Hold on. There's no paste. Yeah, and there's no way for me to paste anything. So I think that needs to be worked on somewhere. But anyway, that's beyond what I'm talking about. Now notice I got the same thing happening for sunset and sunrise. The reason why I did this because even though these it's the exact same thing happening here, there's really no different. Um, the reason why I did this is because I may want to add additional actions for day and night, like a light. Now, in my back door, I don't have any triggers of light. Um, but in the future, I may decide to do that. That's why I did it this way. So I don't have to do it again. You know what I mean? As I did it the first time, it's already here. I can just work on it anytime. And then the same thing happens with backdoor closes. Okay. So now I want to take this. I meant to turn this off. Okay. And yeah. And so it's doing the exact same thing on both of these backdoor closes, sunrise to sunset, and the same thing for sunset to sunrise. But in the future, I can literally add set device to turn on this lamp, you know, to 100%, or I can do a call service light on and specify what color I want and the brightness value. And there we go. I now set up to where this light will be this color temperature and this bright, and it will turn on whenever I want it. And maybe at night, the light doesn't come on at all. So, but that's not the way I want it set up. So I'm going to delete these. But I just wanted to show you basically how that works. Okay. I wish I could show you this, but that's in another room. But this is a really cool feature. I will put information about Hass.Agent Notify and Fire TV in the description below. And this right here, by using Notify, will send messages to every device that's connected to Home Assistant, which is great. I don't have to do it for each phone. Now, the reason why I have this because I have some older phones that are connected to Home Assistant as well. Um, so I have four phones, but it's just my wife and I. So that's two phones. But let me do this. Wait a minute, is there any private data in here? Okay, I'm checking here because I don't want you guys to see any privacy data. Okay, here we go. I actually have four, five phones. No, this is a service account. There's actually four phones. This is my old phone, my phone that I use, my wife's old phone, and the phone that I use. We keep these old phones around, and until they break and don't work anymore, we're going to continue to use it. Old phone, new phone. So, and all of them are connected. And so I don't want these phones going off when the back door is open and closed. I only want this phone and this phone. So I had to set those up separately. Let me go back, automations. So here's what I'm going to do. Because I noticed that when the door opens and is running through these automations, if I close the door before the automation is finished, it won't display the closed data. Someone's calling me. Sorry about that, folks. I will call them back when I'm done. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to duplicate this particular automation and save it. I want to call it backdoor closes. Save it. Okay. I'm going to go back and I'm only going to work on the open one, but I got to rename it. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into information, close, and take out this word, but I'm also going to remove this. It's an automation, so I'm not worried about it screwing anything else because the automation doesn't have anything on the top level. Okay. And then I'm going to rename it. Backdoor opens. And I just realized I did something. So let me go back. Backdoor opens. I like to go into here and put it in here too. So what I do is I usually copy this and I put it down here. And let me see. Okay. Backdoor close. Open, right? There we go. All right. So that I can tell the difference. Backdoor opens. Save it. And then rename it. Opens. Great. Save it. And we go back. Oops. Okay. And it's not connected to, I don't have this connected to Google or or um, or Amazon. I keep those. I keep the security stuff. Anything dealing with the outside security, I don't have it connected to Home Assistant, except Alarm or Guard. I do have Guard. I like Guard. I think it's cool. Guard is a feature of Amazon, and I tell Home Assistant to turn Guard on whenever we leave the home. So that's an added security. Not only is Home Assistant protecting my home, I also got Guard through Amazon, and I do pay the extra. I think it's $4, $5, something like that. $6. I'm not exactly sure. So now here's what I'm going to do. Because this is now open as by itself, I'm going to delete this. I'm going to also come down here and delete this one and this one and just have the opens in there. Now, really and truly, if you think about it, because this has the same information If I was building this from scratch, I would take all these items, okay, and push it into its own actions. And so I would push the choose option to the bottom by reordering it and push it to the bottom. Now, unfortunately, at this time, there is no way for me to copy this. I don't think there is. Paste. There is, oh, okay. That's exact. Hey, you know what? I did discover something new. That is awesome. I am going to work on that right now. Yes, perfect. Because this is the same. All this up here and here is the exact same. So I really don't need it. All right, so I'm going to cut and paste. Oh my goodness. Oh, copy and paste. Oh yeah, this is perfect. My goodness. Before we had to, I could have used YAML, I mean, honestly, but then if I use YAML, I will have to backspace twice on every single item to make it match. So no. Um, okay, come on. Okay, so excuse me. So I'm going to continue this. Oh, this is amazing. I am so happy to see this. Oh, this saves so much time. I mean, every little thing that Home Assistant does, and I know I was talking BS or talking crap a few minutes ago about how copy and paste didn't work. I am now happy that it works. Oh, actually, that needs to be undone. So I'm going to have to cut again, add an action, and paste. There we go. Um, so now, so after sunset, before sunrise, the backdoor lights come on. I do have a light entity. I forgot I did that. Okay. So now I'm going to delete all these. Save. I'm going to save it first before I switch to YAML. I am going to get rid of these items. So to make sure I don't get rid of anything that's important. Okay. I am not 100% on YAML and how it works. I want to keep one of them up because I think I'm supposed to have like a bracket tag. But since I'm not that comfortable with this yet, I'm going to do it this way. Go back to the visual editor and then just go ahead and remove this particular item. Just want to make sure that I'm getting rid of the right one. Yep. So this is still going to pick up, but nothing's going to happen right here. This is still going to pick up during sunset to sunrise, and that will happen because there's an action there. I haven't quite decided what happens here. Who knows? It may come up in the future, but it's here if I need it. Save. Now I'm going to collapse this, and I still want that in the, collapse all and expand all. That would be awesome. All right, I'm going to reorder this. Oops. I'm thinking I can drag it from here, but you got to grab onto here. That's another feature that I wish was a feature. You see this right here? All right, so you got these ellipses right here, right? You hit reorder. I kind of wish, hey, think about this. Move the left arrow here or up arrow here, move the down arrow here, keep this right here, and then put the ellipses right here. And then this part right here won't have to be it. You can get rid of this. You know what I mean? I think that'd be kind of cool. You know, I mean, I'm telling you guys, Home Assistant is great. I love it. I can't see how I can do without it. Okay, so now this is done. I'm going to reorder these. Actually, no, this is fine because I do want to get the text. What happened? Oh, because I changed it. I know exactly what happened. All right, I'm just going to copy and paste. Yeah, whenever you change something up here, it screws everything up down here. I know why, because when you put something different, this part changes. And so it's just refreshing it. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back. It's just saying the same thing. There we go. All right. And that's now saved. So now let's look at this again because I know some of you guys out there are great with this with Home Assistant already, or at least you have a good understanding how triggers work. But I just wanted to kind of go over this real quick. Backdoor opens. Boom, it's open. It will fire through this, here, 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 here. Boom. Fork. It's a fork in the road. Okay, it will go here. Because that got triggered, it will come down here and say, oh, it's between sunset or sunrise and sunset. All right, let's go to the action. Okay, if there was an action here, it will take it. Same thing with this. At night, it will activate that scene, which turns on the light. Okay, it's just one light bulb outside in the backyard, and basically it shows a very dim color to have some type of light back there. But when I open the back door, it goes to 100% brightness with a soft white. So it just brightens up big time. And I can have it wait for about 2 minutes. Let's do 5 minutes. And then I'm going to call service because I want to do something different. I'm going to run a script. Um, outside random colors individually. Perfect. And then that will run. Um, I did this in a previous video, but I'm just running a script to set the colors on the outside back to what it was before. All right. What I could do with this, because okay, here's what I'm thinking. This is overkill, but let's do it. Okay. If I open the door before sunset, and then the sun sets, and then I close the door, this will happen, right? Or the other. Um, Actually, I just thought about something. I want this to wait 10 minutes, but the door will be closed. So let's do 30 minutes. Okay. So if the door doesn't close, it will stay like that for 30 minutes, and then it will change again. Perfect. I don't care about that because we're going to have a closed door event that will take care of that. But what I want this to do is I want to turn off the outside west light regardless of what happens. All right, I'm going to do a wait trigger on that too. I'm going to do 5 minutes. Reorder, push it up here. I should not, you know what? I just thought about this. This should be more like 2 minutes. Okay. All right. So guys, just to kind of give you a quick what I'm doing here. I do these videos at in real time with minor editing if necessary. Like if you look at my previous video when I was talking about automated colors, I use my cell phone to record the events that are happening on the cell phone. So I had to edit in the cell phone video with my screen recorder and so of course, that had to happen. Plus, I had a webcam showing my face and that had to be edited in. So I do these videos live if you want a quick explanation, like those other YouTubers, they do quick 5-minute videos, which is great. Um, definitely look at those too. They are great YouTubers. I learn a lot from them when they come up with new videos. But my video is the experience. Um, it may get boring, but the point is you get to feel the whole entire experience because I'm learning at the same time while I'm doing these videos. Because yes, I may have a somewhat of a grasp of what I'm doing when I start the videos because I play with it first, but um, I'm also showing you the experience as well because you may run into problems and that is going to happen. All right. So I'm just basically showing you guys what I experience when I run into issues. Okay. So this is door. Okay, we're going to do a closed door icon. I'm going to call this South Hallway and update. And I'm going to look at it again. Okay. No voice assistant. Good. Because I don't want that to run automatically. Okay. So now with this one, I'm going to get rid of the open triggers. There we go. Close. And I'm going to get rid of option 1 and option 2. There we go. So we got close and close. All right. So I'm going to delete these. Okay. So we got this one between after sunrise and sunset or before sunset, nothing's going to happen with this. But I am going to add another routine or routine, that's Amazon, another action to turn on the light when the door closes or turn off the light. So let's do a cut and I'm going to come down here and paste it. Awesome. Okay, another cut, paste, another cut, paste, another cut, and paste. What happened here? Paste. Oh, okay. I think I clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, that's good. All right. And cut and paste. Awesome. Cut and paste. All right. Now, this one is separate. So let me collapse this and I'm going to reorder. And I want these to fire before it does anything in here. So I'm going to push those down there, right? Okay. Boom, create, fire, notify. Yep. Yep. Text to speech. Yep. Tells my cell phone that these things are happening. Good. Fire TV. This. And we got this. And then, of course, this. All right. So at night, after sunset, before sunrise, I'm going to call service, light on. Actually, we're going to run a script. Oh no, a scene. Sorry. Um, okay. Oh, okay. We're still going to do this. Boom, and then add action, add a scene outside. Okay, I think it's called outdoors. I didn't follow my outdoor opens. I got to look at that. Okay, I'll push this up here. Add a wait. Only 2 minutes. And push that up here. Now my back door, I really we don't use. It's really just a door that goes outside. Not much of a backyard either, so I don't have any need to keep this on. But if I do need to go to the back door to get something, it's nothing big. Now, my wife and I, we are going to move into a house. And that is going to be a different story. It's going to be a patio door. And so when the patio door opens, of course, I want the lights to turn on, whether or not we stay out there, probably have some motion sensors out there to keep us lit while we're sitting out there. So something to think about in the future, but right now, I don't need this light to stay on. I just want it on just enough and then turn back off again by doing random lights. Okay, that looks good. Mm, I'm going to go ahead and it's already saved. I guess I already saved it. So let me exit out. Very good. And just to make sure, there we go. Thank you. And there you go. Thank you. All right. Back door opens and back door closes. And there it is. Awesomeness. All right. Let me look at that scene real quick. Outdoor door opens. This light. This light is not working. It isn't. And so I'm going to be replacing that bulb with an inner bulb. What I've been doing is turn on the light at night. Sometimes it connects, sometimes it doesn't. But I've been old schooling, turning on these lights, old school way. But eventually I'm going to replace that bulb, and that bulb can be automatic again. Outside porch lights. Yeah, that is exactly how it's going to go down. All right, so I just want to show you that real quick with triggers, and the fact that if you have two different actions, two different triggers, it's better to separate them so you can get the actual call for open and you can actually get the actual call for close. That's important because I noticed that sometimes it doesn't close correctly if this automation is still going, if the trigger isn't the same. So I separated them and I think it will, excuse me, it will work so much better. All right, well, that's it for now. Please like, subscribe, and yep, like, comment below, subscribe, and just tell me what you think. When you comment below, you can comment on how I make these videos. Hey, I have very thick skin, so I don't mind if you give me constructive criticism. I'm not sure if that's how you spell it. Criticism, whatever. And so yeah, like, comment, subscribe. Also, I have social medias. I'll put the links down there below. I also have a LinkedIn. Make sure you connect with me, and you have a great day. Thank you so much. Bye bye.